Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. What I really appreciate is he actually memorized my bio. So thank you very much. I don't know if that speaks good of me or not. You know, it's funny. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Here I am, as Jay mentioned, 4 years later, with a county in crisis, a government in crisis, standing up front, offering solutions for our government. You know, this is a CRA. This group has the distinction granted upon you by Ronald Reagan as being the conscience of the Republican Party. Amen. And you are looking at the conscience of politics in Orange County right now. Thank you. I didn't come here to tell you what you want to hear, just like last time. I came here to tell you today what you need to hear. Let's look at politics in this country from the top down. Look what's going on nationally in this country. We are almost insolvent as a government. We have double-digit unemployment, record foreclosures. We have a president who is forcing through a welfare program, healthcare program, with backroom deals that will cripple this country for years to come. I guess we could blame the Democrats for that if we wanted to. They're in power, right? We had a president who, despite some major setbacks, some real hints from the electorate, the people who put that person in office said, hey, you're going in the wrong direction. And he got up there proudly and he said, I have heard you, and I'm going that way anyway. So let's look at what's happening here in the great state of California, Ronald Reagan state. Same thing. Our employment is out of control. Our jobs are being shipped out of here. Our jobs are being recruited from neighboring states. We had the federal government come in and shut off water in our Central Valley in the worst economic times in recent history. And those poor folks up there are looking at a 40% unemployment rate. It's outrageous. Taxation and regulation, it's out of control. We have a completely dysfunctional legislature that cannot solve this problem. They're looking at a $20 billion deficit in the state of California this year. Now, I guess we can blame the Democrats for that if we want to too, because they principally have been in charge. But let's look at what's going on right here in our county, Orange County, California. The wealthiest, or one of the wealthiest counties in the wealthiest community in the world, and we are looking at our second bankruptcy in 15 years. We have had a national scandal of epic proportions with our previous administration that involved no less than 15 of his close associates, friends, or contacts being indicted, implicated, or convicted of criminal activity. We recently had another assemblyman sent out on a sex scandal. And you know what we read in the newspaper after that? It was the worst kept secret in Sacramento. Isn't that something? What does that tell you? It tells you that our establishment knew. Just like our establishment knew about Mike Corona. They didn't want to do anything about it. It was inconvenient. It was uncomfortable. But they weren't looking out for you. So in the aftermath, what do we have? With all due respect to our appointed sheriff, we have somebody that was appointed who never had to come to you, the people, and tell you who she is, what her values are, and what she would do with this county if you're sheriff. And of course, in a highly charged political office like the office of the sheriff, if you don't know what those person's values are, and you haven't vetted them properly, the first thing that's going to happen is the one thing you aren't thinking about is the one thing that's going to bite you in the nose. And we have a sheriff who does not respect our constitutional rights. And I disagree with the sheriff. Public safety is the responsibility of the sheriff, but the duty of the sheriff is to support and defend the Constitution, just like it's the duty of every one of our public officials and every one of our elected officials. We need to get back to the playbook, folks, and it's right here. The United States Constitution. This is the duty. We have lost our way in this country. We've lost our way at the national level, we've lost our way at the state level, and we've lost our way here locally. And we've done it because we put people in office who don't reflect our values. We've allowed these backroom deals to take place, including and up to the appointment of our current sheriff. This wasn't happening in public. This was a backroom deal. So if we want to get back to good government, we need to elect people who will stand up for us, represent our values, do the heavy lifting when it's uncomfortable. And there is no more uncomfortable time in politics than right now. Now, who do you want to put in office? Because let me tell you this. Nobody who's in this race right now was out front with me in 2006. Nobody was standing in this restaurant in 2006 saying there's something rotten in Denmark. I was. I did it because I care about my country and I care about the Orange County Sheriff's Department. I dedicated 21 and a half years of my life and was run out of town on a rail for looking out for you. Now let me ask you this. Do you think when the chips are down, I'm going to abandon you? Do you think that's really possible? I am a man of conviction. I may not be perfect. Some people say I'm a little too direct, whatever. But I'll tell you what. I have a plan for that organization. The men and women of that department support me. And I will guarantee you that I will have their endorsement this time around. Just like I did in 2008, just like I did in 2006. What I need is your support. You are the conscience of this party. I cannot wait to go to the county endorsement process with CRA. You are my people. I am a conservative. I was out front championing conservative values when it was unpopular to do so. I was out fighting corruption when it was unpopular to do so. I'm the guy with the vision to bring back the leadership to that department and make it better than it was. I'll close with this. In 1976, there was a guy that ran for president, and everybody dismissed him, right? Just a dumb actor reading from a script. But it turned out that that man was just the person, just the leader, had the vision that this country needed at one of its most critical junctures. And he ushered in an era of prosperity and raised our stature in the world. And that's the type of crisis the Orange County Sheriff's Department is in. And if you don't believe it, talk to a deputy. You see them. You see them out when they're eating. You see them when they're at the coffee shop. Go up and ask them, how are things going? Are you happy? Are you being supported? Is your organization the best it can be? And ask them who they support for sheriff. It's going to be Bill Hunt. Thank you very much.